Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Cryptonews Weekly Roundup. Your hosts here, Matt Zahab and Rachel Wolfson. Folks, I am back in Toronto. It's good to be back. I'm freezing my you-know-what off, but it's good to be back. And Rachel, you are in lovely Dallas, Texas right now, right?
Yes, thanks, Matt. I am here in Dallas. I'm not freezing, thankfully, and I've got a virtual background today representing the crypto news colors. So if you see the glow behind me, that's why.
We'd love to see it. Jumping in, folks, price action. And as you all know, we had the Liberation Day this week for the first time ever with the Trump tariffs, which we will get into. What did that do to crypto? You guys already know. It absolutely tanked everything. Bitcoin's down 6% to 81.7K. Ethereum is getting absolutely hammered, down 11% to 1,775. XRP is down 13% to $2. BNB is down 8% to 587. Solana also got hammered. The biggest loser of the week, down 17% to 114. Wowza, right across the board. We hate to see it. And Rachel, why did that happen? The market reacted to the one and only Orange Man's Liberation Day reciprocal tariffs.
Yeah, this is just so crazy, Matt. This is impacting markets everywhere. So basically, President Trump announced a sweeping new tariff policy on Wednesday, establishing a baseline 10% tariff on all imports and introduces reciprocal tariffs that mirror half of each trading partner's respective rate, marking a major shift in U.S.'s trade approach. The immediate market reaction was mixed. U.S. stock futures saw early losses as investors digested the impact of the tariffs, particularly on multinational corporations reliant on foreign supply chains. The S&P 500 and Dow Jones Industrial Average both dipped to pre-market trading, while tech-heavy Nasdaq, with its exposure to global semiconductor supply chains, took a sharper hit. Bitcoin initially climbed slightly as Trump's speech began, but quickly stabilized around 86,000, reflecting a measured response from cryptocurrency traders. It's just been such a crazy week. And yes, the crypto market is definitely feeling it, Matt.
100%. Now that's the shitty news. Let's get to the good news. Stablecoin issuer Circle, the second biggest stablecoin in the world behind the one and only Tether, has officially filed for its IPO on the New York Stock Exchange. Circle is transitioning from private to public via the conventional IPO route, which reflects a move towards increased disclosure and regulatory clarity. Major banks, the big dogs themselves, are supporting the effort to align crypto with established financial norms, and this phase may reshape market views on stablecoins within digital finance. The company did state that it intends to list its Class A common stock under the ticker CRCL. Don't know if I love the ticker, but great for Circle going public, one of the biggest companies in the space, especially with the importance of stablecoins moving forward. Rachel, another weekly roundup, another Michael Saylor buy. This one, it is a fat one. We got one of the biggest buys of all time by Saylor himself.
Yeah, let's talk about it, Matt. So Michael Saylor's company Strategy acquired 22,048 Bitcoin between March 24th and March 30th, spending $1.92 billion raised through recent stock sales, according to a March 31st announcement. The latest acquisition brought Strategy's total holdings to 528,185 BTC, bought for $35.63 billion in total. The recent purchase averaged $86,969 per coin, well above the firm's overall average of $67,458. So this is some impressive news. Another week, another strategy buy, as you said, Matt.
Saylor at it again. Speaking of Bitcoin, Tether, one of my favorite, if not my favorite company in all of crypto, and in my opinion, the most valuable company in all of crypto, has quietly become one of Bitcoin's largest whales with 8.44 billion in holdings. On March 31st, earlier this week, Tether boosted its Bitcoin holdings by acquiring 8,888 Bitcoin worth $735 million, continuing its strategy of quarterly accumulation and reserve diversification. With this purchase, Tether has hit 1,521 Bitcoin. That is absolutely wild, valued at a whopping $8.44 billion, making it one of the largest corporate holders of Bitcoin. Great job to Paolo and the team. We love to see that. And moving forward, more Bitcoin news this week. Bitcoin miner Mara is looking to get into the action and sell $2 billion worth of stocks to snag some BTC.
Yeah, so Mara currently holds 46,374 BTC, which is worth $3.8 billion roughly. According to Bitcoin Treasuries, it's the second largest holder after MicroStrategy. The amounts and timing of the use of sale proceeds will depend on a number of factors, Mara states, making a timely play as BTC continues to trend sideways.
Moving forward, guys, Mastercard, who we all know and love, has targeted a Venmo-style network for blockchain transactions. We'd love to see this as Mastercard is expanding its blockchain infrastructure to support a digital asset payment network that mirrors the convenience of Venmo and Zelle. This is according to a report published by Business Insider on April 1st. And no, this was not an April Fool's joke or April Fool's report. The company's multi-token network, launched back in 2023, is designed to process transactions across digital assets while meeting regulatory requirements. Great step for mass adoptions. And moving forward, guys, the UAE is eyeing Q4, only a couple quarters away, Q4 2025, for their digital Dirham rollout. Rachel, tell us more about this.
Yeah, this is interesting news, Matt. So the United Arab Emirates is set to join Nigeria, the Bahamas, and Jamaica with its own CBDC, central bank digital currency. The central bank of the UAE is set to issue its digital dirham, a blockchain-based version of the country's national currency, which is AED, for retail use by the last quarter of 2025. According to reports from the Khaliji Times, sorry if I mispronounced that, the CBDC will feature high security tokenization, smart contract integration, enabling instant settlement and multi-party transactions. This is interesting news. Curious to see how this is going to play out.
Yeah, well said there. PayPal also in the news. Another one of the big payment folks in the space has expanded its digital asset services by adding support for Solana and Chainlink for people of the USA. According to an update on the company's FAQ page, customers can now buy, sell, and hodl and transfer these two cryptos directly through PayPal's platform. Great news here. And a very quick also on the US soil. Galaxy Digital is fined for 200 mil for Luna manipulation and fraud. Galaxy Digital, led by CEO Michael Novogratz, was allegedly began acquiring Luna in 2020 directly from Terraform Labs at a significant amount, while with the understanding that it would use its influence to drive interest for the token. Public endorsements by Novogratz and other Galaxy reps led to a surge in Luna's price, reaching a peak of 120. However, during this period, Galaxy was systematically selling its holdings, making a substantial profit while failing to disclose these actions. Crazy stuff there. And Rachel, our boy, you have hung out with this guy before too. Justin Sun, the one and only, stepping in and providing emergency funding to stabilize TUSD amid reserve crisis.
Yes, definitely. I've hung out with Justin Sun in the good old days back in like 2019. But yes, Tron founder Justin Sun stepped in to provide emergency funding for True USD, TUSD, after its issuer Tariffs faced a liquidity crisis due to nearly $500 million in reserves being tied up in illiquid investments. The financial hole, estimated at $456 million, emerged after TUSD issuer struggled to redeem its investments, raising concerns about the stablecoin's liquidity. Despite publicly distancing himself from TrueUSD and claiming he was actually just an advisor, Sun stepped in to provide critical financial support when the crisis unfolded.
And folks, that wraps up another episode and edition of the Cryptonews Weekly Roundup. We really hope you guys enjoyed this one. Pretty wild week. Hopefully Trump and his team reverse a couple of these tariffs so we can have a nice green market and hopefully not inflated everyday costs of living as well. If you guys enjoyed this one, I hope you did. Please do subscribe. It would mean the world to myself, to Rachel, our whole team, everyone at Cryptonews.
Thanks, everyone. See you next time. Bye.